So let's have a brief reminder of what vertical angles are. So vertical angles are two angles whose sides are opposite rays. And we went over this before, and we discovered that we have two pairs of vertical angles. One pair of vertical angles are these, angles 1 and 3, those are vertical angles. And another pair of vertical angles are angles 2 and angle 4. Vertical angles are made by opposite rays. They're formed by opposite rays. So let's see, what relationship do vertical angles have with each other? So let's see. So how are vertical angles related? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take our protractor and we're actually going to measure angles 2 and 4. Let's see how they are related. So we're going to take our protractor. Let's put the center of the protractor here at the vertex. Let's turn this a little bit and let's measure angle 2. So we're going to swing this over here. Let's try that again. Here we go. And what is the measure of this angle? It looks like the measure of this angle is 118 degrees. So the measure of angle 2 is 118 degrees, and let's mark that. So angle 2 is 118 degrees. Now let's take a look at angle 4, because angle 4 is the vertical angle that corresponds to angle 2. So we're going to first let's get this back here, and let's swing this around this way, and we will measure angle 4. Is that, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Okay, so now we're going to swing this out, and it looks like, let's move this. There we, whoops. There we go. And let's see. Looks like this measure is also 118 degrees. So the measure of angle 4 is also 118 degrees. That's very interesting. So it looks as if vertical angles 2 and 4 are congruent to each other. Now, at that point, I think we know that if angle 2 is equal to 118 degrees and angle 1 and 2 form a straight angle, that means that angle 1 is simply going to be what? Angle 1 is going to be the supplement of angle 2. Well, if that's the case, to find the supplement of angle 2, I simply subtract 118 from 180. So if I take 180 and I subtract 118 from 180, I will get 62. So angle 1 is 62 degrees. And angles 2 and 3 are also a straight angle. They form a straight angle, which is 180 degrees. So that means that angle 3 must also be 62 degrees. So both of these are 62 degrees because angles 1 and 2 form a straight angle, which is equal to 180 degrees. Angle 3 and 2 also form a straight angle, which is equal to 180 degrees. So it looks like we've got a relationship between vertical angles, and that is vertical angles are congruent. So let's put your player on pause and take down this theorem. Vertical angle theorem says vertical angles are congruent. To take down the theorem, take down the diagram as well. And when you're done, hit play. Okay, let's take an application of this theorem. So it says find x, then check your answers. We always want to check our answers. So these vertical angles should be equal to each other, so let's set them equal to each other. So I've got 2x plus 21 is equal to 4x. 4x. Let's correct that. So that's 4x. So when I subtract 2x from both sides of the equation, subtract 2x from the left and right side of my equation, I get 21 is equal to 2x. And then you divide both sides of your equation by 2, and you get x is equal to 10.5. Now remember, they're telling you that x is equal to 10.5. We still have to check our answer by finding the actual values of these angles. And when we plug x back in to each of these two equations, each of these two vertical angles, they should be equal if we did our math correctly. Well, let's see. So we are going to check because that's what they ask us to do. So 2 times 10.5 plus 21, is that equal to 4 times 10.5? I don't know. We will see. So that is the question mark. 2 times 10.5. Here's a way of doing this without using a calculator. 10.5 is the same thing as 10 plus 0.5, which is the same thing as a half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the distributive property by multiplying 2 by the 10 and 2 by the half. And then I'm going to add 21. Is that equal to 4 times, that's supposed to be a 4, that looks like a 9, it's supposed to be a 4. So plus 21, is this equal to 4 times 10.5? Well, let's see. So I'm going to do the distributive property. 2 times 10, which is 20, and 2 times a half, which is 1, plus 21. Is this equal to 4 times 10 plus a half? You should try to get into the habit of doing math without using a calculator. So 20 plus 1 is 21, and 21 plus 21 is equal to 42. And the question is 4 times 10 plus a half also equal to 42? Well, 4 times 10 is 40, and 4 times a half is 2, and sure enough, 42 is equal to 42. So our answer, x equals 10.5, is correct. Why don't you put your player on pause, try to do this problem, and hit play when you are done. And let's check our answers. Okay, so here we go. These are vertical angles, and we need to solve for x. So let's solve for x. Okay. So I have 4x minus 101 is equal to 2x plus 3. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides of my equation, and I'm going to get 2x minus 101 is equal to 3. Let me add 101 to both sides of my equation, and I get 2x is equal to 104. When you divide both sides of your equation by 2, you get x is equal to 52. So that's the value of x. But we want to make sure that our answer is correct. In other words, we want to make sure when I substitute 52 in for x for both this angle and this angle, the measure of each of those angles are the same. Let's take a look. So we're going to do our check. Here we go. So 4 times 52 minus 101. Is that equal to 2 times 52 plus 3? So 4 times 52. Well, 4 times 52 is equal to 208. So I've got 208 minus 101. Is this equal to 2 times 52, which is 104, plus 3? So 208 minus 101 is equal to 107. And 104 plus 3 is also equal to 107, so my check worked. So therefore, 52 is our answer. Let's take a look at